Oh my god, that movie was so fucking good. Ugh. What's up, guys? Dr. Senpai here, and I just got back from a very late showing of Deadpool 2 on Friday night. And good god, that was a really funny movie. Oh, I haven't laughed really that hard in a while. Like, seriously, I'm gonna say off right the bat. I'm gonna say off right the bat. The shit I say sometimes. I'm just gonna say it. This movie was like 2 times better than the first Deadpool movie. The first Deadpool movie I loved. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good movie, but this one just knocked it out of the park and raised it to a different level. This is what I wanted to see from Deadpool. This is what I wanted to see from Deadpool, honestly. I wanted to see a more fourth wall breaking, like, guy who's running around shooting people and shit and stabbing people. Deadpool. We got that in the Deadpool movie, the first one, but most of it was like 45 minutes of backstory and like the final fight scene, and there's like the one bridge scene that they were on for like over an hour and everything, and I just wanted a little bit more. This movie, we got much more Deadpool, and it was really good. Cable was good in this movie too. I'm kind of glad they didn't do the comic book origin for Cable, because holy fuck, that would be a nightmare to do, but it was really good, how they were able to do it. Cable was pretty funny sometimes. Deadpool, of course, was the funniest. Surprisingly enough, Domino was really good in this movie. Everything she had, they integrated her luck power, mutant power, in this movie really well, where just like bad shit would happen to other people and she would just get really lucky. Like there's this scene where she's running around in like the city, right? And there's like people like fucking dying all around her, like horrible shit happening to people. Like there's like this one scene where like a random civilian like ran to a gas station and the whole thing blew the fuck up. And people were dying everywhere. It was pretty funny. It's like, so much shit. And god, the references Deadpool did. Finally, fourth wall breaking references. Like there's times where you like look at the camera where they're like in an action scene says cue music, or there's like this one kind of spoiler alert. Juggernaut is in this movie, which was kind of surprising. But yeah, the Juggernaut was in here, and that was kind of funny. Where it's just like, oh, Juggernaut and Colossus fight in this movie, so he's just like, and this is a CG. Get ready for a big CGI fight scene. Because they're both CGI characters. It was like, oh my god, it's funny. Or then, there's the infamous God, why are you so dark? You must be from the DC Universe joke. That was really good. Trust me, there's a lot more jokes. Probably the moment where I just fucking lost it was there was the X-Men. The X-Men showed up in this one. Because the joke in the last movie was like, why is there no big-time X-Men? In this movie, they actually showed the X-Men. He was like, really? This is the second movie and we still can't have the big-time X-Men? And then Colossus is like, yeah. And then it literally, the camera turns over. We see the fucking X-Men from Days of Future Past and Apocalypse. Like, the younger X-Men characters in, like, one room, including Quicksilver and Beast and all that, and you just see Beast turn around and he like closes the door. It was fucking hilarious. So they made a really small cameo in there, and wow, it was really good. One thing you'll notice from the trailers and just like the brilliant marketing overall for this movie, just like the first one, except I think they went all out with the second movie. The marketing, they were really marketing the X-Force as like a big thing in this movie. Oh my god, and this is gonna be spoilers, but they all fucking die. Like, seriously. There's the scene where they're all skydiving out of, like, that was a scene in the trailer where they're all gonna skydive to stop Cable from getting the kid in this movie. Which, by the way, the kid in this movie is fucking great. He's a really cool kid and everything. He's pretty much the main antagonist, kind of, in the movie. So, take it or leave it as it is. But they're all skydiving, right? And then just shit goes wrong, honestly. Like the first person to die was the Terry Crews character dude, Bedlam, I think. Yeah, Bedlam and everything. And he, like, smashes into a fucking bus and everything. There's, like, another dude who was, there's the Invisible Guy. So, on the internet, everyone heard that there's supposed to be a really special guest star and everything showing up in the movie for a cameo, and it was fucking Brad Pitt as like this mutant called Vanisher, and he shows up for like 10 seconds. It's blink or you miss it, but basically it's like you just see fucking this invisible thing fly into some telephone poles or something like that, and or some electric wires and everything, and you basically see dead Brad Pitt for a minute, and he like gets electrocuted to death, and he sets on fire and he dies. It was fucking hilarious. And then there's this other guy who like spit acid and everything like that, and he landed in like a tree chopper and everything, like, or a wood chipper or whatever, and he gets like fucking wood chipped to death. And then there's like this normal guy in there who was Peter from the fucking trailers and everything. He gets accidentally spitted on by the acid dude, and he gets fucking melted to death. That was hilarious. Oh, and then there's another guy, Shatterstar, who was in here, who like lands in helicopter blades and fucking dies. It was pretty great. Like there's a whole thing. Deadpool's like, okay, yeah. The whole team's dead except for Domino because she's lucky. A lot like the entire team just like fucking instantly died. It was great. Scenes like that just make this movie great, and overall, I think they just really stepped it up in this movie. The bridge scene or the overpass scene in the first movie was really good, but I gotta say, there's a few action scenes in here that I liked a little bit more. They just overall, I think they upped the ante in this one. Like they upped the stakes a little bit of how it was, because the comedy was better, the action I thought was overall better, and of course just the fourth wall. I think they did a really good job with Deadpool in the first movie, but they nailed him in Deadpool 2. Like, to a T. He was really good. And, of course, the kid who Cable is after was really good. Just the movie overall was really satisfying. The ending was satisfying, basically. And, just references galore, man. References galore. And it features quite possibly the best end credit scene to any Marvel movie, because this is in association with Marvel, I have ever seen. And I'm going to spoil it. It's basically, Cable has his, like, time machine device, and it was a Negasonic Teenage Warhead and her girlfriend. She has a girlfriend in this movie. They were, like, messing with it and everything, and they give it to Deadpool, and he goes back in time, and he does a few things. For one, he revives his girlfriend who died earlier in the movie, which is pretty emotional when they actually did it. It was, like, kind of surprising. They killed her off, and then he went back in time and brought her back to life again. That was pretty cool. He went back in time to, quite honestly, one of the best scenes ever in any movie. Was he went back in time to X-Men Origins Wolverine. I'm not fucking kidding. He goes there where Wolverine was about to fight that shitty Deadpool and everything, the one that doesn't speak, and he fucking, like, kills him. He basically kills himself from a different movie somehow. And he's like, hey Wolverine, it's me this time, and all that, and it's just looks at a camera and he's like, and now, what did he say? He says something like, now we can like accelerate events into the future or something like that. So basically, he officially wiped out X-Men Origins Wolverine thing, and then the end credit scene ended with basically it was like Ryan Reynolds finishing the script for Green Lantern or something like that, and then Deadpool putting a bullet in his head. That was hilarious. Really good movie overall. Great comedy, great action, great characters. I really enjoyed it. Some people are saying that some of the side characters were left out a lot. I think they were fine, like Weasel and Blind Owl in the movie. You know, his two friends. They were pretty good. You know, they had as much roles as you could possibly put them in this movie. So they did fine. Obviously, Vanessa, Deadpool's girlfriend, she was killed at the beginning, but then she was brought back, and she was actually seen a few times in like some death sequences, because Deadpool was dealing with death a lot in this film, and it was, you know, they kept cutting back to that. So that was pretty cool. Otherwise, this movie's a fucking 9.5 out of 10. Only because, while I liked the ending, I kind of preferred that there be like a better showdown between things, because Deadpool didn't really have a big showdown at the end with somebody, because it was fun. It was really cool in the last movie where he basically fought Francis and all that. He kicked his ass and shit. That was a pretty cool fight Wish he did something like that in this movie, and it's kind of a shame they didn't really do that much. And also, I found like some of the CGI like really boggling. There's like some really weird CGI choppy moments in this movie that look kind of weird. Like Juggernaut throughout did not look real. Juggernaut was in the movie, but overall he wasn't looking real in the movie, like at all. He just looked like, I don't know, it's like something out of a video game. And minor nitpicks, but they're enough to not like make the movie perfect, I guess. I don't know. So 9.5 out of 10. Highly recommend it. Go see it like right now. It's great. Fucking love this movie. Anywho, guys, this has been Dr. Senpai. See you guys later.